Hi, this is Laura Whitmore, and you're watching Acoustic Nation. And today I'm here with John Butler, who's going to teach us how to play Spring to Come.
Spring to Come, yes.
So tell us.
Okay.
Share.
This song is on a 6-string guitar as opposed to a 5-string accordion, and it is it's in a tuning. It's in a G tuning, but instead of most G tunings go D G D G B D. This one is going to go C on the low E. C G D G B D. One more time.
You got that.
C G D G B D. And basically, imagine just that you don't really play the low E very often, so you're basing everything off from A string down, mainly speaking. You're just gonna get a G major chord, and so that's the tuning. It's one of my favorite tunings. It's very sad and melancholy, and I like that when it comes to music. And that low C is just has girth. And then we're gonna use a picking technique, which is called double thumbing, which is when you do that. It's an old blues kind of thing. It's old blues country, blues folk, country folk. And then you add some fingers in. And this is the real techie part for me. Most
so
times,
when you play the note with the second note with the thumb, you're picking
I'm
the top two strings at the same time?
Yeah. We usually double thumb and you skip a string, but this time around I'm actually going from the A string to the G, A to the D string, so I'm going.
Okay.
And then I'm going. And so I hit one by itself, and then when I hit the next string down, I do this. I'm plucking the B string with my middle finger, so I'm going. So imagine just doing those two things over and over. You go. And let me just keep on playing to see what I do next.
Probably don't think about it, right?
Okay, so what I really do, so now I go. So I go 1. Oh, this is tricky, Vicky. Do not know how to break down my own stuff. So yeah. Thumb on the A string by itself, and then I do the thumb on the D string and my middle finger on the B string, so I go. And then I go da, that, and then I go back with my thumb on the A string once, and then with my index finger I hit the G, and with my thumb I hit the D string, and then so I go. Yeah, so I go, that's basically it. So I go boom, cha, boom, da, boom, ba.
I can do that.
Are you close enough on my fingers here? Good. I think your viewers will be able to work out what I'm doing better than I can. And that's basically the pattern. So I'm going to do it really slowly for you and then speed it up. All I do when I change the chord is I hit that low C. That changes the chord. And then I go back to the A string, which is tuned to G.
That's total cheating.
Yeah, well, open tuning is all about cheating. You sound a lot better than you actually are. That's what I love about it.
I like that.
But what I do when I hit that low C, I hit this shape. It's like a double stop. Imagine an A minor without the middle finger, without the finger in the middle. So it's an A minor, but without the third finger on the G string. So it's this double stop. And what's great about this double stop is it's basically a double stop scale, which is just wicked, and it's going to be used heaps in this song, and I use it for lots of other songs. So here we go. This shape goes here, and then it goes here. So we go here, and then we go down 2 frets, slide down, and then we're gonna put them side by side. Yep. And then we're gonna slide down 2 frets. And then we're gonna slide up 1 fret in the old shape, the first, yeah, there you go. And then you're gonna go back to the other shape, 1 down, fret down, up, and then 2 frets in this, 2 frets up in the same shape. Right. So those two,
here.
Those 2 there. No, like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So just it sounds like this. Hands off. And that's just awesome for me. I could just sit on that all day. So I'll just show you. I mean, and that's all that's in the song. That plucking in these shapes. So, for example, you can do something like this. And so in the song I go, and then I hit that low C string. Back to the A string. Back to the low E. If you wanted to, you could just do this. For example, you just change between doing this on the A string here to the low E. And then just use those shapes wherever you want. So that you can go. You can just go anywhere without really thinking about it,
cool.
And things kind of sound decent. And then you can start thinking about it more and ruining it. But so for the song, I'm basically gonna do this. I'm gonna just go. It's basically G and C is the name of the chords. This is the G, and this is the C. When you hit this, when you hit the low C, and it's just gonna be. And then when I go to the C, I go. And what that actually does is, just for all you techies out there, I mean, you know, other than these, I mean, most of this is actually in standard tuning in a way. So when you do this, imagine if you're in standard tuning, this would be your C chord. Well, all I'm doing is taking that finger off, hitting the low C, and completing the C chord here. So that just makes that's open G without the low C, just from the A down, and this is the C open. So it's basically this. Basically the song, and then the chorus goes between those 2 chords, but with that scale that I was showing you. That one, the double stop scale. So it goes, wherefore spring to come, but how long, tell me how long. So that's the chorus. Did you have any questions? I'm just running away with this.
It sounds so hard, but in reality, not too bad once you get the picking pattern.
Yeah, you get the picking and you find the shapes, and it's basic. Yeah.
I want to write a song in that.
Well, you will. Like, I think you'll find it pretty easy.
Taking this tuning home with me.
Yeah, you should. It's like one of the best tunings in the world. The only other chord changes is in the bridge, and the good thing about open tuning, the chords are actually quite simple sometimes. So this one is a middle finger, 2nd fret of the E string, the 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and it's that shape. And I'm using that double plucking, that double thumbing as well. Actually, also what I'm doing here, sorry, I've just realized. So I do those two, and I put this guy here on the B string, on the first fret of the B string. So you're getting this kind of thing. Actually, I'm not playing that G string right there. Just to let you know, that A string there. So it's that shape, and I slide it down 2 frets. I slide it up 2 frets, and then I go back to that C, but I'm using that double stop chord, which is this one here, which
the
is
5th fret.
5th fret, middle finger on the D string on the 5th fret, and the 3rd
I'll
finger.
show a diagram.
Okay, 3rd finger on the B string on the 5th fret. So I'm doing this. I'm basically going. C, where I'm just sliding with that scale. So that's basically all the moving parts of this engine, but it's all it's fairly simple once you get your mind around it. Basically, this, for me as a 21-year-old, I just remember I was in a share house, and I was trying to learn this bloody tuning, and it did my head in, and I didn't want to keep everybody up in the house, so I went into my van out in the street, and I sat on the floor of my van and just sat there going, and then when trying to add the fingers to it, just other fingers just bent my brain. Oh my God, what's happening? And then I showed my wife like 6 years later, and she's like, "You mean like this?" And I hated her. She's like, she just gets things so quickly, but it took this guy ages.
Yeah,
so anyways, once you get that,
yeah.
which is fairly, like, if you just break it down to those 2 things, boom. Try to do it real slow. Once you get that, which won't take long, you might bend your brain the first few seconds if you're not much of a plucker. It'll just come naturally after a while. And you can mix it up too. Sometimes you can do you just like start throwing
Don't
fingers.
confuse the issue.
Don't, but at the same time, just do what you want, because whatever you want usually
You're
sounds
just
better.
saying those notes in any pattern sound good.
Kind of. In a way, yeah. As long as you have that kind of
Yeah,
boom,
the bass
boom,
note.
ba-dum, boom.
Yeah. So you could practice that while watching TV. Just get those fingers going.
Yeah.
And then, I like how simple the changes of the neck are. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. Those double stops can be used in so many tunings, from standard tunings to open tunings. These shapes and this pattern you can use in almost any tuning anywhere, and depending on where you start them, they could be minor or major, and they're just badass. And once I learned them like 15 years ago, and I almost use them in every song. I just keep on reusing the same idea because I love it.
Now we know your secret.
My secrets are that I have no secrets.
So will you just show us the little riff?
Oh yeah,
part?
the little motif. So it's basically based off this, but it has this kind of scale. G string open, 2nd fret, and then B string open, 1st fret, and 3rd fret. It's basically a major G kind of. Yeah, and then I'm kind of just mixing it up with that plucking. And alternating the bass strings. I'm gonna try to do that really slowly because I can't explain what I'm doing there. Yeah. Anyways.
So this hand is pretty much the same picking pattern.
Pretty
right?
much. Yeah, I'm slightly altering it around
Slightly.
to kind of to dance with this one, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure what other guitars how the other guitars see it, but I always see it's like this dance between both fingers.
Yeah.
It's kind of like drumming.
Right.
They're kind of hammering off each other
Yeah.
in that way. Yeah.
Okay.
So do that when you're doing this. And even better if you learn it, but you don't learn it exactly right, and you do it your own way. That'll be even better.